I used to say it proudly, like I'm from Syria, I'm a Muslim. But right now, I feel like I have to be more careful.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
Donald Trump's executive order suspending the entry of Syrian refugees.
The president's ban sparking fierce and divided reactions.
This is about the safety of America.
Will have a devastating impact on the lives of innocent women, men, and children seeking safe haven.
Instead of providing free health care and jobs to refugees, we should help struggling Americans. West Virginia.
We see the evidence of states and cities that welcome refugees. Within a matter of a few years, that becomes a boom, an economic boom for those cities. That would make West Virginia finally get out of its hole that it's been in.
It's our job to talk about religious intolerance and all of this bigotry and hatred that's going on. And if we
the economic challenges of the state of West Virginia have created a false narrative that's developed within the hearts and minds of many West Virginians. The fear that the outsider is going to take something away.
It says on my passport, Syrian born. I feel like I'm in a prison right now. I cannot go. I cannot leave the country.
Honestly, if you think about that, the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have come from those 7 countries, have never committed a deadly act of violence. Incident. That you'd be hard pressed to find a safer group of people anywhere in this country.
I've got a little presentation on the West Virginia Interfaith Refugee Ministry. When I think of the executive order, one little piece of it said we're going to drop from 100,000 to 50,000. And to think of the 50,000 people that in that stroke of a pen may have lost their spots. Once we begin to pick and choose based on religion, we may lose separation of church and state.
My dad was born in 1934 in Poland, barely escaped Europe. He always talked about how difficult it was, the life of a refugee, the life of someone who had to leave everything. As a Jew, I sense and feel what Muslims are going through in this country. The same type of suspicions and the same type of fears were expressed about Jews when we first came to this country.
Tomorrow morning, 7:30, no Talmud class tomorrow. We got Touch Shabbat this Friday. Have a great night.
That's why for me it's very important for me to stand with Muslims. I know what they're going through because that's my people's history.
After the immigration ban, or what I would call it Muslim ban, the reaction of people, that made me feel kind of scared. I was so stressed out about the war and my family, I could not stay here without seeing them. They did not choose to be born in Syria, and they did not choose to have this war, it just happened, even though I'm an American citizen. Now I feel like I probably not being able to visit them just because the fact that I'm Syrian. They always connect Islam to ISIS, and you need to be educated to know what the actual religion is.
Well, today we're going to talk about common threads in religion.
When a rabbi and an imam and a minister are standing together. Having those conversations are absolutely critical. It puts a face to it.
And that I wear my religion on my head. It's my flag. You can identify me just like you can identify the rabbi here. The true teaching of Islam is really peaceful. Existence with one direct relationship with God. And it's completely contrary to the concept of how Islam is being portrayed. Islam, terrorism associated together, which is absolutely wrong.
My dad being a refugee, my mom, who was a child of refugees. The idea of the Jewish people always forced to go from place to place because things weren't safe. What is amazing now as an immigrant, and that's what has impacted my religion, is how important it is for me to practice freely in this country. So thanks for coming.
We are a grand experiment, and that is part of the beauty of this country.
Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
In my opinion, from what I saw after the executive order, I felt that some people won't accept me as well. But I hope I'm wrong.